Sawmilling Brewery. I'm Brian. We are getting ready to cut up this 10-footer right here. I did find another 10-footer. I was surprised about that. And not sure what all you can see in this. Over here, the tractor. Got to give a shout out to �𝐍𝐉𝐻𝐾, the tongs. Best in the world. They work great. Keep me safe doing this right here. So let's get the sawmill fired up. You guys probably will make comments and I'll have to answer them later, but right now my wife will probably try to keep up with you. Trying to get a couple of different angles. I've already set the pith on this. You'd think with the bigger end you would set it down here, but it's not. It's 10 1/4 on each end. Perfect. Tighten up my blade. You always loosen off that tension when you're done. Now let's get her warmed up. That'll be the first cut. I think I'll have a drink of coffee while that's warming. Ah. Dropped off. There we go. And that is a huge tap. That's how much of a wonk is on the end of this log. That's right at 3 inches. And 1 inch right here. So, but you want to set it by the center of that log. We'll see what the rest of the caps look like. Golly, that's a huge cap. But you'd never have one true if you didn't set that pith. Yeah, it's square as it can be. Yeah, I'm not going to take any more off of that until I see how the rest of the caps look. That was a pretty good size cap. That looks good. That one's pinned. Little off square, but that's okay. There we go. Till we get this to hold it in place. Flush. Now, before I tighten those down, we're going to check the pith. That one is at 13 dead on. See, now it changed ends. I need to come up about a 1/4 inch on this end. So, Jack gets to come down here. Take this one loose so the log will pivot. Again, I love my 𝐕𝐈𝐒 log jack, motorcycle jack. I'm using it for a log jack. Works perfect. Been doing great. for 2 years doing this. That is still 13 dead on. Let's come up some more. I'm 12 and a half right now. $12 and 3/4. Bet that's going to be close. $12 and 3/4. We're on. The pith is on. Squared. Take another cap. Is this called out of fuel? No, not at all. Well, that's strange. Never had that. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that wonk wasn't near as bad. That cap come off good. Little character right there, but we'll see, like I said, what the rest of them look like. Might need to change the fuel filter. There is a lot of dust. It shouldn't get in the tank, but it is an inside tank filter. Let's set the jack down. Now I don't have to use this anymore. We've already got our, they'll be laying flat. And the pith should be perfect when I roll it this time. Okay. Hope everybody's having a good New Year so far. My wife and I made some goals. To me, they're always, I aggravated her. I told her I just don't believe in that crap. But if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. I might have to scooch this a little bit and get it where it don't roll back off for me. If you don't understand physics, don't do sawmilling. One of these back up on you and you're by yourself, you ain't getting out. Especially the way wife and I bought this one. It has the capability of being mobile. It's got an axle and I can put wheels on it. And that's why I fight with this one so much, to keep things level. Because it does have legs and vibration and everything that goes with it. Let's check that pith. That should be dead on. That first cap was notorious. It says it saves 10. It saves again 10. Perfect. Man, that was a big chunk of wood to take off to get a true pith. Backstops are still good. Okay, let's take it to there. Ooh, that's thin. gonna make another pass. I'll show you what I mean. That's how thin that one was. The ends come off thicker, but didn't hardly cap anything in the middle. That's how much wonk is in that log. So I'm gonna drop it. Probably, let me take a look here. I'm gonna take at least ½ inch off. Maybe just a smidge more. Okay. Little bit of character, maybe just enough we can deal with. We definitely gonna roll that though. And then we're gonna find out what size of cant we're working with. Okay, baby, you're watching. I'm about ready to give you some measurements after this cut. Boy, it's flush. Love it. Dogs are still, or my backing plate's still good. Okay. looking bad. I think I did it that time by letting go of the trigger so fast. This I'm going to say that character that's in it, and what I call characters, it's not truly square like you're looking at here. Everything's got characters. I'm going to lose just a piece of a board, but the ends, the whole thing's going to be as 6 as we can get out of it. And I got to give these measurements to Kathy. Let me see if I can see if she's even home. Tell me if you're there, baby. Okay. Remember, allow for the blade. Looks like I have a 10 5/8 by 11. Man, that is dead on. 10 5/8 by 11. Dead on. That's exact asking for. So be a little patient with me right now. My wife's going to do some figuring on what I need to do with this log, and then she is going to send me a text with a diagram, and I'll not lose you guys. Sun's bright in the east right now, a little bit southeast. I'll have some coffee. Coffee. Any of you joining right now? We're milling. Recap on Woodland Mills, 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄𝐿, Harbor Freight Bauer Products, our sponsor. Basically, well, they absolutely are. They supplied that log tong, 28-inch, 3,000 pound. Is the most awesome thing I've used as far as putting things on this mill safely. We had our first log tong, and it was like maybe an 18-inch jaw opening and single. That's a double. Whole lot safer. Get over here. I know everybody wants to see me. I don't know if anybody's joined and commenting. Let me see if I can see any. I don't see anybody yet. $11 Needs to be horizontal. Yeah, it's vertical right now. Okay, no problem. Did you text me the diagram? She's working on it. Okay. Like I said, I hope everybody's having a good New Year start. It's an odd day for me personally. I lost my mom 14 years ago, but it's a good day because we know where she's at, and you can take a peace of mind knowing that. Anybody watching, be patient with us. We'll be back to cutting here pretty soon. I might as well go ahead and flop that while she's figuring, because she said I need to flop and drop it. So we will flop and drop it. Matter of fact, I'm going to swap out the back dogs, or the back stops. Everything's a dog to me. These are dogs. I wished I had the automatics instead of these screw ones. Man, like I said, vibrate shakes. Need to just put it straight on the ground. So we are 11 horizontal. Let me change up my stops. Good morning, Jerry. Good morning. Yeah, you can't play with them pills, Jerry. I've been taking blood pressure pills since my 12th grade year, and I've been really jacked up before. No bueno. Oh, we had a lot of fog this morning, Jerry. It was, well, matter of fact, I'm looking down at the lake right now and I can't see the water because it's still foggy on the lake. But yeah, you're right. This morning, sun finally got up and cooked it off here. Have you sent diagram yet, babe? It was hot yesterday. It's supposed to get about 66, I think. Hmm. Yes. Okay, people, give me just a second here. I want to go to text. So you need the 11 vertical instead of horizontal, according to your diagram. Because you got the 10.5 vertical. I mean horizontal and 11 vertical. So we're making beams out of this. Okay, I'll flip it back up. You said beams. Cut 5.5 for 2 beams. Okay, new diagram. I got it. Okay. Let me turn it back up. I see exactly what you're talking about now. So we're going to take this, turn it back the way it was. Cut it in half and then be able to get all of our 2x6s from there. So now that I took my backstops off, it's going to be a little bit fun. If I was doing it safe, I'd have swapped them backs out. I'm too impatient. Okay. Now we're going to cut this thing in half and then flip it. All right, we're back to cutting. Okay. Gonna be a little tricky, but I can do it. Just how big a boy are you? We're getting ready to find out. And then we got a little bit of tip. Let's see if we can slide down. and not off. Anybody watching this, go ahead and call my boss. I don't care. That's how big a boy you are. Flipping half trees over. Actually, that was dumb. But it's all in the name of science, right? Ooh. People love seeing people get hurt. I should have 1 million viewers on that. Yep. Not grabbing enough meat. And I got to make this thing shallow. Hope it stays. Okay, now, according to my dearest, I just got to measure everything off 1/2 feet, 1.5 inches. Everybody still doing good? Should make 14. Okay, awesome. This is what we're going to get by her figures. There it is. Right there. Right there. Perfect, just like she said it would be. She's so smart. Oh. Let's make some boards. That are the two boards that are going to have the most character on them. You can see right here. Still a good 2x6. But the rest of them cuts are going to be real good boards. Wish they had my forks on right now. Hate bending my back to pick something up. Pretty. Next. That needs to pinch together a little bit better. Why are you chasing me? This thing moved that much? That's how things get unlevel. Sorry, guys. I just want to get as perfect as I can out of them. It's pretty tight. Okay, let's go. Woo-wee. We'll take it. Right on the money. Oh, those are pretty. Pretty boards. Good 2x6. And if there's any sawmillers watching this, you probably do the same thing I do. That looks blue because I use windshield washer fluid in the wintertime so it don't freeze up on me. Maybe it's going to be some of the best boards we've made. That was a good log, even with all the wonk in it. I'm sure she's still watching me. She thinks my sawmill is sexy. We got 3 more cuts. Good looking boards. This blade we've got on the mill right now is actually, I think it's cut more logs than any blade I've had on it. Still doing good. Yeah. One more cut. Just got to split these. And again, don't anybody try to do what I just done with that. That looks like an even split. Dead on. Absolutely no waste in this lot. We got every bit of it. There you go. That is 14 2x6s. Not sure who that is. But just a quick recap. Let me get my camera off here. The board or the log that my wife and I discussed during this live to cut, we absolutely had no waste. We got 14 true 2x6s. 4 of them are still up on the mill. Not going to throw them on the ground because I don't want to bend over and pick them up. I'm going to put my forks on my tractor, and we're going to get all these moved down to the house. And whoever joined, thank you so much again for coming along and watching and listening to nonsense. But we got projects that Kathy and I want to get done. She shed decks, shooter boxes, you name it. We're going to build it. So until next time, we'll see you then.